Hello there everyone, and welcome to Sweet Flowers Stamp Set Layering Guide video. So to start with, I am going to be taking the outline of these beautiful flowers from the stamp set. I've just added them to my acrylic block and I'm going to ink them up using some obsidian ink. But whatever black ink that you do have would work perfectly for this, so don't worry. So once I have that nicely stamped, I'm then going to move on to the first flower. Now the ones that I'm using is the A, so this is A1, and I am going to be using the butternut ink for this one. So this is going to be the flower that's on the near left. So I'm just going to place that one into position and it's just going to fit within the outline. Now for the second layer, I'm going to line that up with the bottom part of the flower, and this is the A2 stamp, and I'm going to be inking that up using the yellow ochre ink. So I'm just going to pop that one into place there. I'm then going to move on to B1, and you can see it has a little gap in the stamp here. That's just so it can go around that stem image there and not stamp over it. I'm going to be using the same colour as I did on the first flower. So this one here is the butternut, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up with that piece that's left for the stem and in around the outline too. I'm going to move on to the B2, and I'm just going to pop this into place. I'm going to line it firstly up with that centerpiece, and this is going to add some dark shading to where those flowers overlap. And for this one, again, as before, I'm going to be using the yellow ochre ink for this one. So I'm just making sure it doesn't stamp over that stem image and also that little bottom bit where the bud is. So I'm going to move on to the C flower now, and this one is C1. And as before, I'm going to use the same colours. So this is the butternut, and I'm just going to stamp that within the outline. I'm then going to take C2, and this is going to add darker shading around that bottom edge. That's where I'm going to line this one up. And again, as before, we're going to be using the yellow ochre ink to add those beautiful details onto this flower. I'm then going to move on to the stem. Now I'm just going to place this in. Now you want this to be perfect when you pick this up with your block. So I'm making sure it's nicely within that outline, then picking it up with my acrylic block. I'm then going to take some olive ink and I'm going to ink this stem up. So this is in fact 3 different stems all joining at the center. And I'm going to pop that into place in that outline. I'm then going to take the second part of this little branch, and this is going to add the darker shading into the stem. And I'm going to be using the moss ink for this. So I'm lining this up with the little bud pieces. You can see there's 3 different bud pieces there. And I'm just going to add those into place and stamp that down. And here is all of the layering complete. We really do hope this video helps, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.